I'm Mark Jasek. I'm the CSO of Eyevance. Eyevance is a startup company as of a year ago, and we're focused on two main areas. Those areas are innovative and impactful products. Today, we're going to focus on primarily the innovative side with one product, in particular called NEXAGON. These products are targeting severe unmet needs for ophthalmology and focused mainly on rare and orphan disease indications. When we look on the innovative side, we're focused primarily on thinking outside the box, breakthrough therapies, and in most cases for us, this will be rare and orphan indications. On October 2nd of this year, we acquired worldwide rights to NEXAGON from Oculus. What we're focused on here are treatment of chemical and thermal burns which result in persistent epithelial defects of the cornea. And these are non-responsive to the standard of care. There's no other treatment for this current indication. This does fall in the orphan and rare disease category. Before we get into discussing NEXAGON, I'd like to give a little background on the pathophysiology behind the disease. There are gap junctions between epithelial cells. These gap junctions are made up of hemichannels made up of connexin. The predominant connexin is connexin 43. When you have a severe injury or prolonged disease, connexin 43 is upregulated, and these begin to form open channels to the extracellular space. Through these open pores, you have a release of ATP, which then generates the formation of inflammasomes, leading to the release of cytokines, perpetual inflammation, leading to vessel leak and dropout, and then ischemia, edema, and fibrosis. We have in-licensed again NEXAGON, which is a 30-base antisense oligonucleotide. And what this does is it binds to the mRNA, which codes for connexin 43 and prevents translation of the protein. When we halt the translation of the protein, there's a decrease in the production of these pathological hemichannels, shuts down the release of ATP, the extracellular space, and stops the vicious cycle of inflammation. When you're dealing with antisense or any genetic manipulations, there's often a concern about safety. For NEXAGON, the formulation is in ploxamer 407. This has been widely used in many FDA-approved applications and is known to be safe. We have an extremely clean tox profile. We have done studies in over 6 species, and there's no issues of safety at this time. Additionally, there have been 3 Phase I trials that have been conducted. 2 of these in dermal applications and 1 in ocular. And again, no safety issues have arisen. In multiple human compassionate use applications, there's been no related AEs determined for these uses as well. So we've got a very safe drug thus far. In the first compassionate use of NEXAGON, it was in a 25-year-old male construction worker who got a blast of wet concrete to the eye. Day 1 received irrigation, steroids, antibiotics. No improvement. Day 5 received an amniotic membrane. No recovery. On day 9, received a topical application of NEXAGON. 18 hours post-treatment, the epithelium starts to recover. 6 days post-treatment, he has full epithelium recovery, no limbal ischemia, and by 6 weeks post-treatment, 20/20 vision, and the epithelium is clear. This occurred 10 years ago, and they have followed this patient. After 10 years, this patient has 20/30 vision. This is just a graphical representation of the timeline. You have percent epithelialization on your y-axis, and the time since the injury on your x-axis. No recovery up to day 9, a single application of NEXAGON, and he returns to 100% epithelialization. The illustrations are just snapshots on the time frame, and you can see from day 5 to week 4, the healing process has occurred. And another compassionate use gave us insight into the mechanism of action. NEXAGON induces vascular recovery preceding reepithelialization. On figures A and B, those illustrate pre-treatment. You see a small area of vascularization and complete staining on the cornea from sodium fluorescein. 2 days post-treatment, you see an improvement in vascularization and the epithelium front begins to move across the eye. 6 days post-treatment, further vascularization, you have over 50% recovery of the epithelium, and by day 8, there's just a small portion that hasn't revascularized, and you have an 80% recovery of the epithelium. Day 15, I don't have a photo, but this patient did fully recover. We're very excited to have NEXAGON at Eyevance, and we have planned for our clinical program to start Q1 of next year. This will be a Phase IIB trial. It'll be prospective, double mask, vehicle controlled, and we're assessing the efficacy and safety of NEXAGON in subjects with corneal, thermal, or chemical burns resulting in a PED. Our primary objective is to assess the efficacy and safety of 2 doses of NEXAGON, 0.006 and 0.06%, in these non-responsive PEDs. Our endpoint for the trial is looking at corneal reepithelialization and that this epithelialization is durable for 28 days after full reepithelialization. We are excited to be starting the trial in Q1 of next year, and we'll be conducting the trial in India and the United States. Thank you.